Hey, good morning, New Hope leaders. Welcome to another video. Today is principle number 2, but before we get to it, I want to remind you all that this Sunday, after the second service, we're doing a Leaders Together huddle. And what I want to share with you at the huddle are 4 questions. 4 questions that you can ask of your own ministry. We can ask it of our church as well. And these questions are going to help bring clarity and focus to your ministry area or small group. And so I think it's going to be really important and be very helpful to you in your ministry. So this Sunday, after the second service, Leaders Together huddle. Okay, here's leadership principle number 2. Here's the big idea, that your impact in ministry will never exceed your devotion to Jesus. Did you catch that? So your impact, which we all want to have, right? Your impact in ministry will never exceed your devotion to Jesus. I remember I learned this incredibly in a clear way in the summer of 1996. It's my first year in ministry, our first summer that is. I was a camp counselor for a 3-month time, living in a teepee, working with kids. It was a great fun. But I learned very quickly that my strength, my efforts, my creativity, all of that was not enough to bring spiritual results in the lives of the campers. And that's what I wanted to see. I learned very quickly that He brings the fruit, He brings the return, and I needed Him, I had to rely on Him to do what only He could do. And so it was an important lesson for me to learn. In fact, Scripture speaks to this. John chapter 15, I encourage you on your own to read this as well. The whole chapter is fantastic. The verses 4 and 5, it says this. Jesus is speaking now, and He says to us, He says, remain in me. That word remain, what that means is to, in the Greek, to aggressively attach to something or to fiercely cling to something. And so this is a strong word. This is not hang out, or some versions say abide, like just kind of hanging close to Jesus. This means aggressively attached to Him. So Jesus is saying, He says, look, aggressively attach to me, and also I will aggressively attach or remain in you. Pretty cool visual there. So it says, no branch can bear fruit by itself. Must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you attach or remain in me. Verse 5. He says, I'm the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. And here's the key. He says, apart from me, you can do nothing. Now, it doesn't mean you can do some things. It doesn't mean you can do even a little. The word there, nothing, in the Greek, it means nothing. That's what it means, that apart from Him, apart from abiding in Jesus, you and I, spiritually speaking, we can't do anything. We need Him. We need Him to bring the results. And so ministry is different than other types of activities. So many places in life, the harder we work, the more results we get. But in ministry, it's a little different. Yes, we work hard. Yes, out of a love for Jesus, we serve Him wholeheartedly, but He brings the results, not us. And so here's the thing I want you to remember. Do more with Jesus than for Him. Don't fall into that trap where you think, I just got to do more for Him, and forget to do things with Him. Abiding closely with Him. It reminds me of that classic illustration of the sponge. The sponge, you know, it soaks up the water, and then what it soaks up, that's what it can squeeze out. But a sponge that doesn't do any soaking, it's dry, you squeeze that sponge and nothing's coming out. So you can't share with other people what you yourself don't have. And so let's be people that are soaking up, that are abiding close to Jesus so that we have something to squeeze out into the lives of other people. So as we close, let me ask a few questions. How's your time with Jesus lately? How's your time in the Word? How's your prayer life right now? How is your ministry vitality? Are you getting tired? You know, sometimes a burnout is a sign that you're not spending enough time with Him, but you're doing a lot for Him. And so I want to just encourage you this week. Take time to be with Jesus. Carve that out. Enjoy the time. Spend time with Him. Abide. Soak Him up so that you have something to squeeze out in the lives of other people. Let's all commit to doing that this week, to being the people, the ministers that He wants us to be. Thanks for who you are. God bless you. Have a great week.
I look to